Just replace the name, change the variable. Opponent equals Quaid.
Yeah. I like it. Okay, both players are ready. Why wait? Let's do it. Fractal versus Quaid. This should be a pretty good match.
Yeah. Again, both of these looking for the chance to get the run back against Cheez or Cheesy, as it may be. But Tetris, let's go. Of course, hyper tapping versus Daz. For those of you who are watching, unfamiliar with the difference between them, hyper tapping is just hit the controller as fast as you can to move the pieces to the side. Daz is a technique used to try to maintain the delayed auto shift speed. That's what Daz stands for, the delayed auto shift. The game will automatically slide the pieces as fast as possible. You can try to maintain that. And look at this, Quaid already starting off with the center well Tetris. And now he's probably going to go for the column 1 Tetris.
Nice.
Yep, you can see it. There it is. Beautiful kind of little audible, I guess you can call it, going for that.
He's just going where the pieces take him. Just going with the flow there. And I kind of appreciate that. I don't think I do it to the same level that Quaid does, but able to keep that aggression and just really be comfortable with wherever you place it. I think he kind of has that mastered. So nice 61,000 point lead for Fractal, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he saw that was a perfect spot to drop the square. So at the last second, he moved that L piece. But as you see, he got another square right away, tucked it in there nicely, and now you can't even tell that happened. And so Fractal looking clean right now. Not good. Okay. Thought he was going to maybe tuck over there. He's getting kind of some interesting situations here, forcing some tucks.
Oh, nice triple. That should level it out.
Yeah, that was perfect. Oh, the OCD in me is just
exactly
so satisfying.
Ooh, got some chills from that one.
I wonder to myself if we actually did a poll to see how many of these top Tetris players have that kind of OCD, that Tetris satisfies so much.
Yeah, it would be interesting. That's something maybe Cogworks can help us out with,
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, they're doing a lot of that studying in the science and stuff. So that would be a super interesting study. And and keep in mind, a lot of people like to use OCD as just some kind of flippant remark or whatever like that. As someone who, I'm 100% sure I have it, even though I haven't been diagnosed with it. I do not consider it a negative. I definitely consider something that is, just one of those things that happens.
Yeah, for sure. Fractal keeping that lead, 85,000, make it 100,000 point lead. Quaid just way down a long bar.
That was a beautiful setup by Fractal. Love that. He had that to get that Tetris. He actually purposely gave himself a tuck, and it worked out perfectly. That's experience right there, recognizing what those pieces could do for him.
Okay. Tetris for Fractal. Quaid has a long bar over his well, so it might be.
I'll tell you this. If I'm the kind of person that has to keep swiping left and right on my screen to feel like it's even between up and down, because you swipe up and down a lot more going through web pages and Twitter and stuff, pretty sure I have OCD. Nice tuck. Not going to be able to get the Tetris off of that, unfortunately.
Quaid in a rough situation. See if you can get the right. You can't get the T over. No. So Fractal's already good for game 1 here.
All right.
Yeah, Quaid, he went for kind of a aggressive building there for a dirty Tetris, and I think he just got probably the worst piece at that time when he was going for it, and unable to make it work. Quaid is ready though, ready and waiting.
Apologies, everyone in the chat sitting here talking about OCD now.
I saw that. That's why I was chuckling a little bit.
Oh man. Here we go. One lead for Fractal.
I think both of these players were knocked out by Cheesefish. So both players want revenge here.
Yeah. Fractal just playing very calmly here, has a nice stack, goes for the Tetris. And again, that is one of the differences between being a hyper tapper versus a Daz player. You know, you can generally play a little bit higher. And what that actually does is that actually helps you play more of the modern Tetris style. You can play similar higher stacks. You can play, you know, kind of similar strategies on what time you want to start burning. And so it's easier for a lot of the modern Tetris players to transition over to NES Tetris by playing hyper tapping.
Yeah, for sure. There's some players out there from the modern Tetris scene that can hyper tap, and like you said, we're able to transition actually very quickly. So, good point on that. Shoutouts to Blarg and Firestorm, I suppose, if I'm going to call anyone out. But, all right, so 38,000 point lead for Fractal.
Yep. So we're going for another dirty Tetris over here. Oh, no. He's going to try to keep going for it, though. He's gunning for it. Oh, gosh. Those back-to-back line pieces could have gotten him to Tetris. He's going to go for that there, but now he has to clean out. Or he's going to set up a column 3 Tetris, which he can absolutely do now, except that T piece is going to be a problem there. Nice burn. That's going to work as a triple, but he still has this situation where he's trying to get this center dirty Tetris, and it finally pays off for him. Now let's transition over to the column 1. No. Okay, he's still going for the column 3. He could have went for the column 1 Tetris, but instead he's going for the column 3 Tetris, and boom, Tetris for Quaid.
He was feeling it, you know, just going with the flow, whatever works.
Yeah.
And
you
we're
can
here
get
in
it
column
again.
3. There it is.
Yeah. And let's see how he handles this situation right there. Yeah, he's going to want to... Okay, he's transitioning to a column 4 Tetris.
Making his way. Can he make it to column 10? Or column...
there you go. 10, yeah. Nicely done. All right. Actually, at this point, no, he's still going to go for it. Go back to the column 3 Tetris. Oh, okay. No, the pieces are not in his favor at this point for that. But this is Quaid we're talking about. And there you go. Boom, Tetris. And now let's do column 1. Why not?
Reverse.
Okay, he's got his Tetris ready, but he's got to find... Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm sitting here just basically almost solely watching Quaid because it's just fascinating to see how he's handling this. And there you go, boom, column 1 Tetris. And now he finally decides that it's low enough that he's gonna go for the No.
Nope. never call out Quaid's decisions. So Fractal with a 39,000 point lead right now, drops to Tetris. Yeah, playing pretty clean on his side. He also is okay. He had a decent line lead earlier, but pretty similar line count.
Oh, Fractal is playing so well. He has had some amazing tucks so far, and he really has an eye for how the pieces change the landscape and such, and it's such an important thing to have. Running into a little bit of a rough situation. If he can find a T piece,
yeah,
he can there it is. Okay, perfect.
Little adjustment, probably wants to take a nice take a burn there, and I like
set up for
there we go.
Oh, perfect. There you go. Meanwhile, Quaid in a little bit of a sloppier screen right here. Is he going to burn down? Yeah, okay. And yeah, it gets the line all the way down to row 2. You can see a little bit of that repositioning yourself in the chair. Got himself a 5th row Tetris. That'd be an interesting different mode of Tetris. You get more scores if you get Tetrises in different columns. Like the more variety you get.
Well, you know what? There is a mode for that on Tetris Effect, our sponsor. There's a mode called Countdown, and it's like it tells you which row that you're supposed to score Tetrises in.
It's
really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we can't have that mode in official tournaments because then Quaid would probably just destroy everybody. Boom, Tetris for Fractal. And look at this point lead that he has at this transition. So we're in one of those situations right now where I feel like the hope for Quaid now is a top out by Fractal. Fractal needs to make a mistake in order to do this. But remember, we saw him lose a game at a virtual max out. So that is not a good hope to hoping for Fractal to make any sort of substantial mistakes right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, Fractal's playing aggressive.
Ooh, yeah. It's got some gaps. He's going to have to take some burns. Good opportunity for Quaid if he gets that long bar, which is not coming in. There it is.
Yeah, goes for the triple. And here we go. This is where the Daz versus hyper tapping can come into a little bit of a deficit. You see Quaid is playing super aggressive, and it's going to pay off again. Boom, Tetris for Quaid. And if he's not doing this, honestly, he might not have a chance to keep up. So, you know, it's hard to blame him for going this route. And he's going to be set up for another Tetris. Can he get the long bar? Yes. Boom. Tetris for Quaid. And now he's going to switch over. Yep. To the Tetris on column 6. And boom. Tetris for Quaid. He's going to stay there. Oh, right, perfect piece.
He can make his way to the right.
And a perfect transition to the right to the column 10 Tetris.
That transition, 160 lines waiting. Finally gets it. Okay. Looks like...
And despite how well Quaid has been playing and getting these Tetrises in the middle of the screen, he is down by 150,000 points. You saw him glance over at his opponent's screen a second, the score lead and said, you know what? I have to do this. I have to keep this up.
At the same time, Fractal is actually ahead by 10 lines, so... The score is a little closer than it seems, and Fractal is taking some burns, but yeah, still Quaid is going to need to throw down those Tetrises right now.
Yeah. What's the idea here? Yeah, he has to burn through there, and this is tough now because he's forced into a bunch of burning right here, and this is going to cut into his potential catch-up. Nice burn from Quaid.
Oh wait, Fractal tops out.
Fractal tops out. But he tops out at level 26. We have Quaid right now at level 26 as well. If he can get these Tetrises, boom, he's going for it.
Yeah, he needs 827,000 is the magic number.
Right, and one of the strategies, of course, by playing this way, the way that Quaid is playing, is that hyper tapping doesn't become... Daz doesn't become as much of a deficit anymore because you don't have to slide the pieces as far. Here we go. If he gets this Tetris, boom, Tetris for Quaid, and the patience. And like I said, one of his best strategies was going to wait for Fractal to top out. I said that I don't think that was going to happen, but sure enough, it did. And Quaid, with another Tetris, he's still going for it. 50% Tetris rate.
See that level 30. Okay. Nice.
Well done for Quaid. Wow.
Let's go.
Nicely done.
The players are ready.
Done.
They don't want to wait.
Oh, they're jumping right back in. 1-1 here to find out who goes into the grand finals of this pool. Not even grand finals of the tournament, but the grand finals of this pool to see who can make it into the December 8th Let's go. Game number 3.
Ooh, that's a great game.
And you know what? There's definitely no question about it. Quaid's aggressive play absolutely put him in position for that. Mm-hmm. Without that aggressive play, he would not have been able to catch up at level 26.
Yeah, it paid off. Definitely had to take that risk, and Fractal topping out most definitely helped because he had a pretty substantial lead. But
yeah, of course.
But yeah, Quaid was throwing it down. Came down to I think a 27 Tetris, so down to the wire there.
But now a little bit of unfortunate RNG for Quaid. Oh, actually, he could have gotten there a little earlier, but decided to put the J piece side. Oh, perfect pieces right there. Now he just needs, okay. But he still got that hole you see in column 3, which is kind of being a nuisance. But there you go, cleaned out and ready for Tetris. In that time, though, we are only at line 24, 25-ish. But in that time, Fractal has built up 100,000 point lead.
Yeah, that's pretty substantial. Quaid not really able to get, any Tetrises early on here, so hopefully it balances out. And Fractal is actually going to have to do some burning, so...
the pieces are not being kind right here. He's stuck with a lot of jagged teeth. He's got the very odd parity right now with his field, and then he was getting a bunch of O pieces, and we know that O pieces don't work in jagged teeth / odd parity situations. Back-to-back T's are going to fill out column 8 and 9 beautifully for Fractal.
All right, so still 90,000 point lead for Fractal. Set up for a Tetris. Going to take that 100,000 point lead. Quaid definitely having a bit of a suffer game here. Can't really see his line piece count, but all right, looks like he's finally in a rhythm of scoring, hopefully sooner than later, to get caught up.
Well, here we go. He's going to go for that center well Tetris, of course, as we've come to expect and know and love about Quaid, and he's going to be set up for a Tetris here. So if he can actually get this long bar, and like I said, one of the interesting strategies of going this route is the fact that you don't have to rely on the DAS to move the pieces as far if you're focusing on clearing out the center well,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you still need them to get them to the sides and everything like that to fill those out. But, the long bars, you only just need to have them just slide over that tiny bit just to get in there. Nice adjustment by Quaid. A little bit of cleaning now here for Fractal. Boom, Tetris for Fractal. And he's going to have to do a little cleaning. I saw the Tetris exhale from Fractal right there.
All right, both players clean. 75 line mark. Fractal for 337,000, Quaid 188,000. So Quaid has some catch up to do here, and maybe he can bank off Fractal making some mistakes once again.
Yeah. Like I said, not the optimal strategy.
No.
But as a veteran, like Quaid is, he definitely knows how to play, calmly through these kind of situations like this and not pressure himself too much. And because he has that center well Tetris capabilities, I feel like that also allows him a little bit of extra catch-up power that some other players don't have. Although very awkward pieces here.
Yeah, especially on 19, I guess. That is a good point. I feel like if you're just playing, if you're comfortable with setting up a well anywhere and you're playing with what is given to you, you can play extremely aggressive. It might force some extra burns, but the risk factor of being able to do so is certainly something nice to have.
Is there actually a copy pasta for the parity term?
Looks like it.
Gotta wonder what the history of that one was. But boom, look at the lead for Fractal. Look at this lead. This is ginormous.
Yeah, that's 235,000, now 257,000 point lead for Fractal. Something, if he doesn't mess up, like, he's kind of got this in the bag. I don't want to say that, but if he can take it to kill screen, it's going to be really hard for Quaid to get caught up here.
And again, this is the cruel mistress that is Tetris, is that you can have this beautiful lead and then you top out at like a level 23 and you give your opponent that much room to catch up. But again, not to jinx anybody here, but Fractal looking very strong and calm here.
Yeah, Quaid's done.
Oh yeah, Quaid. Yeah, he's frustrated at the pieces right now. He's frustrated at the pieces, you can see. A lot of droughts, a lot of frustration. 2-1 for Fractal.
No, Fractal needs one game to get back into the grand finals of this group, that is, with Fish, not the CTWC, not to be confused with the CTWC grand finals. And yeah, coming from the losers bracket, whoever does win this is going to have to beat Cheez Fish in 2 best-of-5 sets. So no easy task. I think the only player to do that so far was Nanu in I can't remember the group letter, but Nanu was able to take out Sharky in the reset.
Yeah.
Okay, both players are ready.
Here we go. You see Fractal right there, gathering himself, making sure he's focused. And Quaid as well. Like I said, a little bit of frustration on Quaid's side. We're going to have to hope that that doesn't come back to continue to affect him in this game here. Okay. Yep. Not good pieces for Quaid at the start. Already starting with the odd parity and then getting the square pieces in there. So you're going to go for some cleaning here. Yeah, he basically has no choice. Go for the double, go for the single, try to burn down there. Yeah. And at this point, I'm assuming he's going to go for the column left Tetris, the column 1. No, okay. He figures he's low enough that he's going to go ahead and just start burning down to the right side again. And there we go. But in that time, again, single Tetris lead now for Fractal, and probably a lot more than that because, yeah, now he's got the 2 Tetris lead because the stack was a little higher at the time. But now a little bit of unfortunate RNG for Fractal here. A lot of O pieces exactly when he didn't need them.
Yeah, and another one to add insult to injury there. And okay, he's finally Tetris ready, and there's long bar. I'm going to put him at a 63,000 point lead against Quaid, who is waiting for a long bar right now.
Yep. He's got a little bit of an odd gap on the side there. He's going to clean it up. And here we go again. The drought is back. And it is not happy. It's a 22-piece drought here. Quaid having a 26-piece drought. 30-piece drought here for Quaid. This is brutal so far. There you go. And boom, Tetris for Quaid. So Quaid now down by about 4 Tetrises here early on. It's going to have to try to make that up. Meanwhile, Fractal looking like he's in a really good position. Yeah, look at this. Look at this clean board. Look at this clean board. Nice.
Okay. Quaid not so much on the clean board, but does get the nice Tetris to bring it to a lower level so that he can take whatever burns he would like without being pressured up high. And Fractal
wow.
Now commanding lead.
They haven't given him anything to throw into that. They haven't given him a Z piece in.
Oh,
like he has a Z piece out right now. But it's gonna work out for him. I can't believe he got a Tetris out of that with no Z pieces. He had no Z pieces, and here we go. Now he needs. Oh, okay. Finally, the RNG doing some good for Quaid here.
Yeah, for sure. But all the while, Fractal's not slowing down. He's going to maintain that. Looks like a a 4 to 5 Tetris lead depending on when they trade. So, oh, actually, as I say that, Fractal with a few burns still opens up the right. Just waiting on a long bar now.
Oh, nice little micro adjustment right there from Quaid. He saw the next piece coming in, but again, actually the lead his stack is high, so a lot of the piece. Oh, ooh, ouch! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, hyper tapping is going to be able to make him so that he's fine. So not as dangerous here. But again, okay, there we go. Beautiful. Beautifully done by Fractal. Weathering out that little storm.
Yeah, drought on top of some, what was that, S-burst, and then that untimely J. So doing a pretty good job.
Yep, that's how you handle the killer RNG right there. It is definitely manageable. Quaid with the Tetris. And really, I can say this confidently with the equal lines, only down by 2 Tetrises, despite all the cleaning that he's had to do.
Yeah, because...
Oh, perfect timing for the Tetris for Quaid. There you go. And again, that's the thing, right? The odds are that regardless of how bad RNG you get at one point, during the course of these long games like this, you will get good RNG as well.
And then Fractal having his share of bad RNG as well. A lot of droughts, and he keeps finding himself in these situations. So the gap is really closed. After Fractal finds his way through this, I feel like it's going to be a very close match.
See a drop, yep, high bar there. He needs the L piece. Or the long bar is going to work. Oh, perfect. And now he's got a clean board. But the pieces actually worked out that way. There you go. Nice.
Simul Tetris. Just a 10,000 point between these two. I'm going to be trading leads.
And look at this. Quaid got the lead at one point. So he is right back in there. And he's down by 4 lines. So technically speaking, if he gets another Tetris, he is in the lead. And there you go. So essentially a lead for Quaid right now. And Fractal needing to do some digging here. If he can get another piece to fit in there. Perfect. He actually waited out for the S piece and it worked out for him. And Tetris for Fractal. Quaid transitions now. Quaid transitioning with a nice clean board, but putting himself into an odd situation here. Not gonna, wow. He dropped the I piece all the way in column 1. That was a really surprising decision from him, but it worked out for him. He's Tetris ready. Where's the long bar?
Yep. Another drought for Fractal. Finds it. Fractal with a 47,000 point lead over Quaid, but he's also ahead by 15 lines. So this is actually a very close match.
Yeah, Quaid a couple of times has given up waiting for the long bar right when the long bar has come up, but it's not been a problem. Here we go. Nope, not going to get a Tetris, but he's going to be aggressive about it. But he knows now the pieces are a little risky, and it works out for Quaid. Boom, Tetris for Quaid, and he's down. He was ahead by points and down by 12 lines. So as you mentioned, that is a big deal.
Quaid does have the higher Tetris rate right now, so it's looking good. If he can just keep it together, he's looking poised to take it here. Fractal looking for a long bar, finds it. Yep, 619,000 for Fractal. Now 614,000 for Quaid. It is neck and neck. They're just trading.
Oh man, Quaid is also Tetris ready again. It's gonna do a little burn. Not gonna be Tetris ready anymore, but rather be safe. Yep, burn again because he's got that really annoying situation down there on columns 2 through 4. That 3 wide gap with the one little peg sticking up is always one of the most annoying situations to deal with.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's actually what I call it. I call it the peg. But you have to be ready for it because there's like a specific dependencies there. You want the T piece mostly, but okay.
I think that's just what we'll call it for the shorthand from now on, the peg, that particular setup. That's what we got to do. We got to name these situations and give them these little names here. Going for a row 2 Tetris, and boom, Tetris for Quaid. Works out for him. Now he's going to go, no, actually that's just going to be a double, so he's back to the row 2 Tetris. Fractal with a huge lead right now, but again, 15 lines ahead.
Oh, mischief there for Quaid. He is able to get the Tetris though. 855,000 for Fractal, 740,000 for Quaid. Quaid has some catch up to do, but Fractal is still ahead by like 15, almost 20 lines.
Quaid is going for the column 3 Tetris. He's sticking with it.
Oh, he gets another.
No fear in his heart. This man has seen everything. Nothing can scare him.
It might pay off. Okay, yeah, he's going for this Tetris. Yeah. He's ready. He gets it. He only needs one more. 20,000 points.
One more Tetris. In fact, he doesn't even need a Tetris if he doesn't want to.
He's being careful.
Oh, he is going for it. Oh, no, burn.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Quaid to transition to the kill screen. Takes it with that Tetris. Quaid. Wow. And Fractal, yeah, with that reaction there's like, nice. I can't believe that just happened. Quaid playing the dangerous style there, and it worked out for him.
Yeah,
it is 2-2.
We got a decider going on. Yeah, Quaid definitely had a rough, what was that, level 24 through 26. He was doing some burning and really threw down those aggressive Tetrises to finish it out and take it home there. Great game from Quaid. We're going to have a decider between Fractal and Quaid getting started right now here on Classic Tetris 2 Group D. Let's go. Are you ready, James?
I'm so ready. This is so good. This is so good. Who's going to get their chance at the run back versus Cheezy? Is it going to be Quaid? Is it going to be Fractal? We'll find out here in this decider. Let's go.
Yeah, that was an awesome finish. Those aggressive tendencies from Quaid are necessary there. You know, he was going for those what was that, a row 3 or 4 up Tetris, 2 times in a row before he transitioned to a column 3. That was great.
Oh, man, and boom Tetris for Quaid starts him off at a 50% rate. Meanwhile, 66% rate for Fractal. Fractal looking nice and solid and calm here. Again, the most impressive thing about Fractal to me has been a lot of the micro adjustments that I've seen from him, like the decision making that he chooses to move pieces at the last second to accommodate the next piece that he sees is really, really world class.
All right, early days here. Fractal, he always seems to get the better hand here on the first 25 lines for some reason, but they're keeping it pretty even this time around.
Yeah, but look at this. Setting up for the row 2 Tetris, and it's going to work. Boom, nice. Tetris for Quaid, and then he just burns out. So there you go. So like I said, it's very interesting. He plays very, very safe, but again, as a Daz player, I think that's more necessary.
Yeah, he's got some back-to-back droughts here.
Yeah, 18, 19, 20, finally, and boom, and oh, he's not even gonna, wow, look at that. He could have just cleaned right there, but that was that aggression. That's that Quaid aggression again, and it paid off for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with that row 1 Tetris, you can kind of afford to be as efficient as you would like, and Quaid showing that there, and so that he only had to take a single burn to get back to the right there.
Okay, goes for a pretty hefty burn right there, does Quaid. And so now he's back down to the bottom. Fractal, however, with the 50,000 point lead, neck and neck in lines. And so that means this is an actual lead here.
Another long drought for Quaid. He keeps running into these droughts. Not a good hand so far.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, oh no. Fractal ran into a similar drought, and the line piece came right when he decided to plug it up.
So he's pretty much still in a drought. There we go.
Yeah, and so you see, even though that Quaid had that drought, Fractal's not even up by that much more of a significant amount because he was running through his own drought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still very close.
Here we go. Boom Tetris for Fractal. Boom Tetris for Quaid.
Fractal with that 50,000 point lead. Nothing too major here early on. Fractal's 73% Tetris rate. Quaid, considering his droughts, is actually doing an amazing job on remaining efficient.
Yeah, now he's waiting for the J piece. He's gotten like 17 L pieces, but he just hasn't gotten the J piece. Now he needs a long bar over there. Yeah, he's not going for a roll. What was that like?
Yeah, that would have been pushing it.
Even Quaid isn't that aggressive. Finally, there we go, the J piece. But now you see Fractal's lead is building up. But ooh. I mean, Fractal's lead. Oh no, not like this.
No,
not like this.
Unfortunate.
I didn't see what happened. Was that a missed Daz shift?
I'll have to get a second look, but he definitely hung a J piece really high, unintentionally, obviously, and is going to lose to Fractal.
That is not how you want to go out after playing as well as he did. One missed shift right there, and there you go. Fractal, extremely ecstatic about this because, as we saw earlier, he was losing so many matches to Cheez and to Quaid with these beautiful high scores and still losing it at the end. And Quaid here, perhaps the last hope for Daz players. I think he is. And that's going to be the end of that run there. But shout outs to Quaid for the amazing play. But you can see how much it's affecting him. And he really wanted to do it. He wanted to be that old school player to really make that push for the, for the Daz players out there.